everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me, whether you're here on Facebook or whether you're joining us here on YouTube, somewhere else around the world. This is the start of the Daily Dose, the DMT. I am James. This is the Daily Dose, and it's going to be practice with you and me doing things with our didgeridoo, things we haven't practiced before. Actually, that's really what I want to do. I want to up my skills. I want to get better at making all these things possible on the computer side of things. I want to get better at live streaming. I want to get better at sharing the didgeridoo with you. That's what this is about. Oh, somebody wants to talk about it. We're going to talk later, bro. And join me on the stream. That's what I'll send a message next time. So I want to start right away just by thanking everybody for showing up into the stream. And if you're a part of the chat and I don't get right to you, we're trying something new where we're streaming on multiple platforms at once. So it's going to be something pretty amazing. I'm going to be doing a sound test. I'm going to be testing out some of the stuff I've set up because I'm using OBS. It's all brand new for me, and I'm really excited to practice my didgeridoo for you and with you. And that's the main goal. Potentially, if there's things that you're working on, you can hop into the chat, and maybe I can try them too. Hopefully, it'll pop up, but it doesn't seem to be on the screen, so I'm not sure. That might be something I'll have to figure out at another time. Let's see, we'll refresh that. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. What I'm going to start with right away is my facial massage stuff before I get really going. I do a facial massage exercise pretty much every day before I'm going to get going on the real long didgeridoo, if I'm going to be playing for 2 hours or anything like that. So I'm just going to hide this off the screen for right now. Yeah, there we go. And anyway, I have a little bit of a ritual that I do, stretching out some of the parts of my face. Let's see. I grab the bottom lip and I really kind of stretch it, not to the point of like pain, but to the point of understanding, like, okay, that is a stretch. And I'll grab between the thumb and the pointer finger there, that little bit inside, and just kind of roll it back and forth. I do this every day. It takes a couple minutes. Go to the corners and pull back in, and out, ooh, ee, ooh, ee. That's some of the motions I'm going to be doing with the dids. The ee, right? So another one, I'll take the top lip, then I go, same thing. It's a little harder for me to talk with that way, but nice little hop stretch. Do. I have the mustache, so I really try to massage the whole facial area and also work on that upper lip hair, kind of pressing up so that it doesn't get caught in the didgeridoo. Woo! I'm very excited. Oh my gosh. Already I can tell my lips are starting to loosen up. I'm feeling that little bit of a lightness in there. There's a freeness to it. I also go to the other parts of my face too, and the top parts of the cheeks, massage those out to the nose part, because I'm going to be doing a lot of that circular breathing, right? Now it's a lot of diaphragm stuff I'm going to be doing. So the reason I'm going over this is make sure you're going through proper practice techniques. I may not be utilizing them all in this stream. Sometimes I'm stuck sitting in the way that I am, but you want to be sitting in a proper way. Your neck wants to be not at a downward angle. You don't want to choke the air that's coming out, unless that's where you're trying to accentuate a style of play. And the only way you can make that sound sometimes is by squeezing your throat. So that's something that I definitely do. I'm going to practice a lot of things today for myself. What I'm working on is a lot of pressure ranges where I have a hard time in this large 1 1/4 inch PVC pipe. That's all this is. I just wrapped it with a piece of fabric and sprayed it with like a headliner spray to keep it tight to it. But with this large 1 1/4 inch mouthpiece, it's really hard for me to go from the drone to the tube. I can do it a little bit, but to consistently go, well, let's see. That's what I'm going to work on right now for the next few moments. Because I want to be able to go, into my drone separately. And that's the pressure change, if I can do it outside of the didge, right? And so in the side, I want to be able to pull my face away every time. That's something I'm working on. And I'm getting faster and faster at doing it. And let's see. Trying to really work on that drone to toot for me, because I don't have much of a beatboxing skill. But I hear a lot of that stuff in traditional, or not traditional, in modern didgeridoo playing. So like the pops and the, I can't really say that I can do it that well, but I learned a few things. See, I lose it, and that's why I'm practicing on that. So I need more of that. So if you can recommend anybody that you've been practicing with that does YouTube videos or anything, drop that into the comment section below, whether you're on YouTube or on Facebook. Let me know where I can maybe follow somebody that's really practicing that. And I want to know if you've been working on that too. So, whew. Oh, I should move this mic too. I bet you can hear me a lot better like that. Well, another thing that I'm working on is the range in my chest and the pressure that I have. So like, and I'm trying to get that. It's just like a motorboat. I'm motorboating, basically. But I'm trying that higher pressure, and so I'll go with speed, and that's something that I'm working on within myself too. And I'm trying to do it without circular breathing, so I am taking a pause and breathing, because I want to get it longer and longer and longer before I do the circular breathing aspect. Thank you everybody for joining, by the way. I'm not sure how the chat's working. I'm not sure how anything's really working. I had it set up, let's see, to be here, but it didn't seem to be refreshing. I'm not sure. We'll see. Let me know if you can hear me, if you're watching in, well, anywhere. Just throw me a comment section or a comment so I can know. All right, we'll go back to this. Another thing that I'm working on is the longevity of my drone. So I want to go for as long as possible in some of these meditative practices. So I'm doing things like, oh, sweet, it is working. Awesome. I see you, Lindsay. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, blessings to you. Woo! I feel your energy right from here, man. Ah, wow. Okay, so I got to 56 seconds on the long drone, and I think the world record is held by a 16-year-old kid. It's like 65 seconds or something. Somebody look that up, but whoo, good to have you here. Good to have everyone here. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to try, and I'll even get a timer going. And I've got a metronome that I suggest everyone kind of get something there are metronome apps, on Android and Apple and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what this one's called, but I'm using it just for the speed and the aspect of the beats per minute that it gives me. So let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, and then I would suggest everybody get a timer too. That's the other thing. So we're going to start my practice for today, and we're going to set a timer because I'm really excited to see how long I can go. And I'm just doing this off of a deep breath. You should try to expand the length of your breathing too. This is something that I'm working on. So, oh look, I still even have it on there. 56 seconds was my last one. Oh yeah, see, 65.6 is the longest drone record. Thank you for posting that up there. Okay, we're going to beat that. And I think we're going to write the Guinness World Records, and they apparently made it so that we can't, break that record, so that's kind of crazy. Hey, Gracie, love to have you here. Grab your didgeridoo. You should practice with us. All right, so what we're working on is the long part of the didge. So, the drone. I'm going to try to get a drone going we got 56 seconds yesterday, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. We'll reset this, and I'm going to take a big breath. I broke it at 30 seconds because I looked. But that's what I like to try to keep it at that, where I'm not pushing, not pushing, not pushing, and then all of a sudden I'll get it 56 seconds. So grab yourself a timer, and I'm just going to kind of do that for a second. And Gracie, thank you so much for joining, grabbing your didgeridoo, and I'm testing out the chat so I can see it popping up. That's beautiful. I have to strain a little bit. I may make it a little bigger next time for me to see, but woo! All right, yeah, you're good. You get set up. I'm going to be doing this for an hour, so you got plenty of time. And I'm a little late anyway. I had technical difficulties. I broke my headphones. I thought things weren't working. Oh, it was so crazy. But I'm super excited for today. So I'm just going to do this a little bit. Whew, I did not have much air left in that. And that was probably only about 40 seconds. Oh, I didn't time it. But I'm going to try it again. Because that's what this is about. Daily didgeridoo practice. Join me. Join me. All right, let's reset. And I'm going to start. Oh, 42 seconds? I mean, and I'll just cut off a second just because of the pressing of the buttons, Woo, 42 seconds. That's without really any warm up and stuff. So I'm gonna try again towards the end. We'll see what happens. Some other things I'm gonna be working on today. The pops. I'm still safety driver, man. I just do things a little differently. The message has changed. At a certain point when I left the Washington area back in the day, a lot of my friends were being arrested and losing their kids and stuff because it was the beginning of the medical cannabis movement and recreational and things and the legalities. I didn't want to mess with that. That's about the time I went on the road. So I was being supported after a while, by the way, and it's turned into my life. I still live and travel on the road, and I'm still blowing up in big ways. Right now I choose to play the didgeridoo. We just had a didgeridoo gathering, by the way, Dids in the Desert 2025. There was, I believe, 14 didgeridoo players that birthed themselves on that 10-day workshop experience that we gave them. We had 19 didgeridoos playing at one time. We're still on a mission, man. Thank you, by the way. I just saw the comment up there and I was like, oh, wow. So much love to you. We're going to be making another trip back up to the Pacific Northwest this year. That's why we're starting all this. We made a lot of friends and family down here in the desert and, practicing more. We're going to have some campouts and, oh my gosh, we've got so many big things coming. So my love right now is the didgeridoo, and I do this daily, and I want to connect with people. So I think you should learn to play the didge if you don't. Do you know how to play the didge? Do-si-do? I'm trying to work on that. Oh, you should totally. This is just a PVC pipe. Literally a 1.5 inch tube that has a 1.5 inch to 1.25 inch reducer or like trap fitting on it. That you can even, you have the little screw end piece. That's it. 2 pieces, like $7, maybe with inflation now, like $12 to $15 worth of parts at Ace Hardware. And you can go like this. And then you start adding things like, it's all coming from your diaphragm. It's from, deep below, right? And you can go into some really heavy pranayama breathing if you end up cycling with the circular breathing. And I'll tell you what, it's one of the highest meditation forms that I've actually found for myself. So that's what this is all about. I want to pass this on. I've helped attain some other things, and there's so many other things that correlate into it. Some of the vocal toning, being comfortable, acting all crazy in front of other people and not laughing is what is okay. That's how I can play the didge, because I don't care what other people think, and it's another way you can measure that in your own life. So do-si-do, you should play. Just pick up next time you're like wrapping a gift with that Christmas wrapping paper, take the tube and be like, walk through, I wouldn't say like through a store and grab something, but find yourself something easy. Or, you can even go to Guitar Center, buy like a Toca Didge, for TOCA is the name. And they sell this for like under 50, 60 bucks, something like that. You can find travel ones, box-sized didgeridoos, but ultimately, this is just an amplification tube. That's what practice is all about. If you can't do this, without breaking, oh my gosh, people are worried about it, then you're not going to be able to do it like this. I like to work on that kind of stuff too. That's something else, not to focus too much on you, but something else I want to work on is playing with that metronome at different beats per minute. Like I was doing at 100 beats per minute, and just going duh, duh, like this. Duh, 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 but with the drum. Right? You can add the tongue at the end. La la la, da la 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 la, da la da la la da da la 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 la. It's like da la 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 la, da la 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 la. That kind of thing. But let me pull up the. I swear, I'm gonna set it up so that I can put a metronome on here, and just hit play, and it'll go, and not have to use the phone, or even hook up the one that's on my phone. Potentially, I could do that. Do 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 do. Hey. But for now, we'll just put it right here. All right. Do not show me again. We're going to turn on the sound. It's not working on this tuner app. For some reason, I chose the wrong thing. Here we go. Trying to get that that embouchure tighter, like a trumpet player. And I just picked that, right? I'm going to speed it up because I'll do that for like 15 minutes. Different pitches. Add my vocals into it. Whew, that's fast. But let's speed it up to 150. Yeah, we'll go to 150. 30. And I don't want to listen to it and like ease up to it. I just want to hear it. There we go, 150. I could already see that being good. Woo! That is tough. I'm going to move it up too because I want to see what 200 is like. That's fun. I haven't done too much. I did this the other day, and I was like, whoa. I got ridiculously fast, like 370 or something. Let's see what I can do at 200. Okay, we're at 200. I don't know if you could see that. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. That's so fast. I can't even do that. What am I talking about? That's barely. I'm going to go back and practice on the easier ones. But let's put it on maybe back to 130 beats per minute. Bum, 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 130. Bum, 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 bum. That's so tough to do, even at 130. So that's something I'm going to practice on. Pretty much every time I do this is throw on a tuner, go back down to low, start slow. I want to know what the range is, of course. I'm human, but I'm going to put it back down to like 75 beats per minute. No, that might be low. Well, let's try it. Might be too slow. But slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. That's so tough. It probably sounds terrible too, but it's practice, you know? Woo! 75 is something that I need to work on. I also want to work on my playing with something else, like singing too. I guess I should practice like singing outside of it, because if I can't do it out here, oh, I can't do it in here. I want to practice more like higher, faster speeds, but with that rhythm that stays. Like I get lost. When I'm recording something, I'll go for four measures or something. I don't know I don't know music theory, but 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's two. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's three. And then on the fourth one, I'll change it in some way, and I'll do four repetitive sections of those. Each one changes to make the song, and it's just do 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 ka, and then different pressures. That's why I spent so much time today talking about it, because that's what I'm practicing. Is the end result is to end up faster with more consistency and speed and pressure with my diaphragm and breath. So, and to put it together a song. Don't forget that. Um, by the way, most when I put together the songs, when I'm going to put them up, they're all going to be put together onto the Patreon. So it's free to be a member. You can join our Patreon. You can hear all of the Didge sounds that we've recorded with the Didge in the Desert group, the group recordings, hear all their like progressions. Some of them were only playing after 2 days and had like really amazing sounds. So you can, don't measure yourself against that if you're a Didge player, but listen to it. It's really awesome. And some of the other music, you can check out all of our other links that we put. If you got a smartphone and you're watching on TV, zap those QR codes and boom, it'll take you right there, and you can hook us up. All those donations go to making these kind of streams possible. New equipment, new sound, all the really cool things. So, but that's where we put our music, and that's where I'll put up some of the audio recordings. I'm going to be doing a solid drone for people and just putting it up there so that you can practice with just something like this. Let's do it here for just a moment. Maybe I'll cut an audio of it. Too much variation in it when I put it up on the Patreon, but something that you could listen to drone with. That was what made it better for me to actually get better on the didgeridoo. Was once I learned from Animal and then was playing with Adele and other people in my life like that played the didge, woo, skyrocketed. Then when I didn't have other people that I was playing around with, I had this kind of like plateau that I hit. And then Didge in the Desert came along and we played in a group setting, and that again boosted it. So that's what I'm hoping with all of this. If you have any questions about what I'm doing in any of the vocal stuff, and any questions about didgeridoo or rhythm type things like that, or musical theory. Well, maybe not so much musical theory, because I'm not much of a musical theory guy. But when it pertains to putting a song together in the didgeridoo, ask me below. Ask any questions you have about the ditch, and I'll try to answer it. So I'm going to practice a little bit more, just and on those, usually on the 4, I'll switch it. So dun 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 dun, and then on the 4th one of those, I'll do 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 do, and then back to a repetitive 4 sections of that, and the last one would be something different. So. That's all it is for me. My practice these days, I'm trying to get faster in speed. And I get lost after so much because I need to practice more. I'm realizing that. That's something else I'm working on. All that tongue to the top of the mouth. With the vocal. And singing in. That's all stuff I'm practicing. And what you'll be practicing with me, if you're following into any of these over the next month, 2 months. I mean, we did daily Didgeridoo live streams for a month, 2 months on Facebook. We're going to pop those back on. I guess I could practice more like strict structure didgeridoo, but I don't. That doesn't really speak to me. Like the rhythm is more organic to me. Not to say that there's anything wrong with like structure and didgeridoo, but I just don't understand it. I think that's my issue. Did you hear that burp that I just did in there? That's another thing I'm working on, hiding the burps, because sometimes they come out. And then the other thing that I'm working on with practicing is like if I take in too much air, because sometimes my like circular breathing gets just nuts, right? Here, listen to this. I've learned to like, as much as I can breathe in with it, I can also push out air with my lungs, doing the drone, and through my nose. So I'm working on that one in the practice. Because sometimes I take in too much. And I'll go like almost lightheaded, like, oh, dude, what are you doing? And I just turn the valve the other way. Sometimes I pretend I'm a plane. other things. Holy shuck. Wow. 400 is what I ended at. I think I started at 75. I'm sweating because that was ridiculous. Yeah, Gracie, I was just about to pass out. And I think that's why they don't want people to try to attempt the world record for Didgeridoo. But I have found so much about how the Didgeridoo has so many health benefits, how it cures things and helps people and expands our lungs, that I think we should get a petition together and write and get the Guinness World Records to change the fact that we cannot try to attempt to beat that world record of 65 seconds of a single drone. I'm going to try to do another test of that too before I end the stream, because this has been a long one. Unless you want to keep hanging out and digging with me, I'll totally hang out for a little bit. But let's see, I'll go back to my my timer here. 42 seconds was the last one. We're going to reset. Just 40 seconds. Whew. That's it. So, whew. I can get any stronger, but I'm actually kind of winded, so I want to be like, whoa. 56 seconds yesterday was really hard, and it's a tough one. I had been practicing a minute, so. Yeah, wow. I am red in the face. What a long, awesome practice. I like to try to get at least 15 minutes to an hour every single day. Every single day will make you a better Didge player. Go ahead and eat, Gracie. I'm just going to finish rounding out some of the end of my practice here. Some of the pressures that I wanted to finish working, and the slow to fast, and quiet starts and ends. Because that's how I work with the meditations. I want to start it easy. I want to end it slow. So. at the end, but 34 seconds is all I got while doing the drone already and not taking it like a breath like that. So I think that's pretty good. 30 seconds for my first day, 40 seconds. Very good practice today. My lips feel pretty good. I'm working on the... I think I just need to get, a better didgeridoo mouthpiece for this. Or the stand only holds the straight digits, so some of my curved digits that have the good mouthpieces won't really work on this. But I'll do a range of digits over the practice time. And, I can't be so sure what I'm going to talk about or practice every day, but it's pretty much going to run along the lines of whatever I'm working on to, connect it to my meditations, my meditations that I'm doing, or the practices that I'm doing, or the Didge workshops that I'm doing. We're also going to be holding in November a Didge training camp. So that's something you're going to want to look out for. It's another 10-day focused, amazing workshop cycle that will empower players, and gather people to play together, which will, instead of going up steps, we're in an elevator and we elevate each other. So I'm super excited for that. Again, thanks to everybody for joining the stream, wherever you are, whether you are on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook. This was our first test of whether it worked, whether the chat, recycles. Sometimes it seems to recycle when I switch over to some of the different screens with OBS, so that's fun. Thanks everybody for all the donations that you guys are sending in. That's helping us get some of this new equipment, better didgeridoos, more equipment for us to, make the streams better for you. And it helps us put on all of these events, because that Didge gathering that I'm talking about, the DMT campouts that we're going to be putting together, the Didge training camp, all of that is free, so it's not going to cost anything. So all the donations go to that. I mean, it cost over $1,000 just in the wood we burnt for our camp this year, and we were only able to do that because of the donations. $1,000 came in and made everybody warm all winter, and that was a blessing. So thank you everybody for being a part of that journey for us. And have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful Didge journey. Don't forget to practice every day, even if you're not doing it with me here. Talk to your friends about Didgeridoo. Learn more about the subject. Learn more about the history and everything that comes with it. It's going to be an amazing journey. Didge with your friends. Didge out of a drain pipe. Didge out of an expensive didgeridoo. Didge with no didge. It doesn't matter. You are the Didge. That's what I want to impart with this. I hope to see you tomorrow. We're going to switch the times, and it'll be at noon every day we're going to have here so that more people can join. And in November, Gracie. Yeah, November. We haven't set the exact dates yet, but I'll spread it to you and let you know. And we're going to be moving on up to Lake Havasu City, Arizona, and Bullhead City after this for a couple of amazing events. I'm super excited to... we've even kept some things secret from some people. So, yeah, right on. Thank you so much, Gracie. I love you guys so much for being a part. Wherever you are in the world, you're meaning so much to me for joining this. It's been such a powerful journey already, just with the didgeridoo in my own life. So I only know what it's going to do for you when it's time and it calls to you. So thank you. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. And blessings to you on this journey.